In this episode of the Iron Empire, the shed gets a brand new 4-post hoist. G'day guys, Mark here and welcome back to the Iron Empire. Now this is a follow-up video on a recent episode where I done a walk around tour of the Iron Empire, my shed I built with my own 2 hands on my land in the Adelaide Hills. You guys loved that video, you gave me heaps of great feedback, and this is a follow-up on that. Now excuse me, it's another spring day and I am absolutely getting smashed with hay fever, so you're gonna have to put up with me sounding like Kermit the Frog, but we've got a new addition coming to the shed and I cannot freaking wait. I've got the Tow King, my ever so dependable tow truck driver, about to rock up any minute, and I'm waiting in anticipation. Once he backs in, we're gonna unload this thing and show you what I've got to play with. It's here! Oh, hell yeah, I am so pumped. The hoist is finally here. I ended up getting a 4-post hoist from Tufflift with a center jack. It's going to be perfect for working on the cars, and also it is going to double as a second car space for inside the shed. I'm going to unwrap it now because I want to look at it, but I can't start it until next week. We're going to get this little car down to the Auto Expo. We're going to get stuck into this. Can't wait to get this thing up. Alright, so now we're going to get prepared to get this hoist ready to go. We're done with the weekend with the Auto Expo, with the little Tirana. As you can see, it looks like we've been bush bashing. We got caught in the rain. It was an absolute mission of a drive home. If you haven't seen that video, go watch it. I'm not sure if it's going to be online already or not. Or maybe it's after this. Don't know. But anyway, we're going to start getting prepared to get this hoist up. I am so pumped to get this thing happening. It's a little bit late in the day, so today, all we're going to do is pretty much unwrap what I can and sort of get all the tools out, laid out, prepared, ready to go, and then I've got all day tomorrow. I'm sure between now and then we can get this thing up, but let's just get prepared, see what we've got to deal with, and hopefully it's not too daunting. Should be right. All right, now because we have limited resources here, I don't have a block and tackle. The engine lift doesn't get high enough. We're gonna get a bit creative. I'm not sure how the people have done it. I couldn't really find any videos online. We're sort of just going for it. We're gonna put these cross beams in where the action happens. We're gonna slide them into the legs and we're gonna stand them up. So this is the concoction that I've come up with to get some results. Thankfully, had the engine hoist here, so I've obviously got that end up somewhat similar in height to where I need it. And now this end, I want to get it level because I don't want to be playing around with all funny angles. So I've got the bike lift down here once again, and I'm trying to jack this up with rattle gun. It should have enough strength to push up through the thread of this bike lift and get it sitting level so we can operate. Sweet, so that's maxed out, but at least it's sort of a closer level to where we've got to be. Try and shimmy this into place, see how we go. Sweet. There it is. Ready to put a car on. Alright, I'm definitely no professional. I'm just working out as I go. But anyone with sort of any mechanical sort of mindset, you'll be able to work this out pretty easy. So if you'll build one yourself at home, you got any questions, leave me a comment. I'll do my best to get back to you. But yeah, it's all pretty much follow your nose stuff. And with extra pair of hands would be very handy. I've got Andy here, but there's only so much we can lift together. So the engine lift is definitely a big winner for putting this thing together. So. All right, so I'm just underneath pulling this hydraulic ram right out, which will allow the length of the cables to pull right up to the top of the arms. So I'll climb out from under here and show you what that does. So now that the ram is fully extended, the arms have more length, right up to the top. So I'll go ahead and do that on every corner. Make sure that all the cables are in the runners, in the rollers or guides or whatever you want to call them, all of the above. And then we'll bolt everything up loosely, double check everything, and then bolt it up tight. Okay, so now we have the cables all loosely in place. These will slowly take up tension once I've got all the hydraulics assembled. But now I'm just going to get this dog out of my way and put these last little brackets on. So these brackets go on the end here and they will hold the wheel chocks and also the ramps. Now usually you'd probably put this all on in one hit, but because we assembled this hoist sort of end at a time, we just threw the bolts in so we had some stability while we sort of got it all together. So I'm going to throw all this together now, and then we get close to plumbing up some hydraulics. I'll go slower. Okay, so we've got oil in. It's actually not chockers, but it's enough to get the ball rolling. It's wired up temporarily because three-phase, it can go sort of different ways. So we're just testing it. We're going to see if we can get some movement. Alright, I can see some cables moving. So we got some movement, we're on the right track. I'm gonna now finish this wiring off properly, lock it all away so it's safe, and then we're gonna slowly get the cables to take up tension and make sure they're all in the rollers, bit by bit, get it all rolling. I'm sure there's a way of adjusting everything so the feet will lock in evenly and at the same time and stuff, which I haven't sort of read into that yet, but it's moving. So stoked on that. I'm just gonna go around now and just double check everything and sort of adjust the cables to make everything sort of click into place at once at the same time. But overall, stoked. Probably should see if it goes down now. So to go down,
safety.
Come up past the safety lip. Safety's off, down like that. Is that one off? No, that one's not going off. Got a little bit of fine tuning to do, but overall she's moving and I'm stoked. Alright, so we've now adjusted everything, got the safety working properly, and we've done it. We've gone up and down, confident that it's all mint, ready to roll. So now we're going to bring in our new project for the first time on the hoist. Let's see how this goes.
scrape the front bar.
Not the front bar. Alright, that's the first lock, so we'll let it go down on the first lock and make sure everything's all running sweet first before we go too far. Judge, out of the way. Oh yeah, nice. Alright, so you can see now she's locked in place on its first run. It's obviously found its way, found its feet. It's all level now. Are we scared? Do we go all out?
Go.
Not even scary at all. Look at that, just in time. Yeah, cool. Got about 100mm clearance. I'll let it down on its locks. Alright, cool. It's in its safety spot. It actually is way sturdier. Obviously it's sturdy, but like, it's just scary because I built it, man. Alright, sweet. Full trust. This is what it's all about. For those wondering why the hell this thing isn't bolted in, apparently that's the thing. They don't get bolted in. They're actually movable. Comes with a caster kit. I haven't set that up yet, but we can actually move this around the shop throughout the bays. Obviously not while it's loaded, but we can actually move it to a different bay to work out where we want it. I think this is where we're going to end up with it anyway. But yeah, I'm pumped. There is so much we're going to be able to do with this thing. This changes the shop completely. Alright, so got the hoist jack in place. Absolutely stoked. Obviously I've got it up just a little bit. You know, you can pull the wheels off, you know, do your brakes and stuff like that. You could obviously move it down and lift the body itself, let the suspension all droop. I can change springs and shocks and all that sort of stuff, which I plan to do very soon on my LTD. Absolutely stoked with this extra addition. This was about another $1,000, I reckon, but the extra amount of work I'm going to do out of this thing, it just opens up the options so much. And the fact that it can slide from one end to the other, we're talking just over 4 meters of movement. Like, if you can't get to what you need to get to, then I'll be very surprised. So absolutely stoked on this. That's going to be pretty much it for now. I'm not going to do much on this car, but very soon I'll be back with the LTD. I'm going to put this to good use. Alrighty guys, so that is going to be a wrap on the new shed edition, the Hoist. Absolutely pumped. I'm so glad that I finally got this done. I've been agonizing over this thing for years. I actually have a secondhand hoist that I've had for so many years, just in storage. And I couldn't bring myself to put a ratty old hoist in here. I thought, nah, I need to lash out. I need to put a new hoist in. And I finally bit the bullet, and I'm so glad I did. I agonized over who I was going to go with for a long time. I've done a lot of research. Trust me, I've done so much research. But the team from Tufflift were awesome to deal with. I checked out what I wanted online, and then I went ahead with the purchase, which is all done over the phone, so they can talk you through what you need, the best options for you and your surroundings and your shed, and what sort of work you're going to be doing. And I even made a couple of phone calls as I was putting this thing up, just to double check that I was doing everything right. The customer support and the service support and guidance and everything, absolutely unmatched. So if you're in the market for a hoist, I strongly suggest giving Tufflift a call, have a chat to one of the salespeople, and I guarantee they'll make you feel comfortable about the purchase. So I'm so glad I finally lashed out, spent the money, and got a quality hoist. So, and the fact that I can move this thing, absolute bonus. And it is not falling over. Like, I don't think it's going to fall over. No, she's sturdy, man. She is so strong. I'm absolutely stoked on this. Thanks for coming back to another shed upgrade video. I will do a little bit more as I progress in this shed. It seems like you guys really like seeing the progression on what's happening here at the Iron Empire. It's back to being a little bit of a mess now since I've been working on this, but yeah, super stoked to be back here. And don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, check out the online store, pick up some Iron Empire merch. Please help support the channel. It does help me survive. And I will see you next week for another episode of the Iron Empire. Cheers, guys.